Hello, everybody. Timberwolves fans. Dallas Maverick fans, I guess, can be excited too. But Timberwolves fans, hello. Oh my gosh. Western Conference Finals, game one, happening tonight in Minneapolis. All right. For the first time in 20 years? So very exciting. I'm going to be looking at the astrology chart for the game tonight and going to be making a prediction on who the winner is going to be. So really, really excited as a lifelong Timberwolves fan. Very, very excited. Many people have been waiting for this for a very, very long time. And Dallas Mavericks, to be honest, I haven't watched a single game of the Dallas Mavericks this year at all. Don't really know what's going on there, but they're facing off versus the Timberwolves tonight. So very exciting to be a Timberwolves fan. So just a couple minutes. I'm going to pull up the chart. I got my nerd notes ready. And also tomorrow, just wishing everybody a happy full moon. We have a full moon in Sagittarius tomorrow. So anybody that has any planets in Sagittarius, that might be affecting you a little bit more. It'll be affecting everybody, but full moons are usually closure and endings and completions. So Jason, hello. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Good to see you. Angel, hello. How are you? Hope all is well. Yes, cheers. And then the Minnesota Vikings, of course. Yeah, they're not my hot topic of conversation for this evening, but of course, naturally, I'll probably talk a little bit about the Minnesota Vikings too. And Justin Jefferson, still not signed, huh? So, yikes. Anyways, keep it rolling here. Grandizer, good to see you. Per usual, of course. Yep, was listening to Stevie Nicks. Oh, Stand Back, very good. Yeah, like some Stevie Nicks and some Fleetwood Mac, of course. Jason's excited for football. Yeah, it's always right around the corner when it's not happening, and it's usually always happening. So before we know it, it'll be here. Because we're almost in June already. And then comes August, then comes the season. So preseason, then the season. It's right there, which is kind of nuts. But happy 420 time, of course. Yes, love that. Enjoy some for me. Very good. Enjoy it. Skull just oop. Hello. Skull, good to see you. Hope all is well. Yes, all's good over here. Hopefully for you as well. Timberwolves, I'm so excited. I'm gonna pull up the chart here, like I said, in a couple minutes. But I actually found some goodies. I was looking at I have a container of all of my old tickets to sporting events, concerts, movies, and things like that. So I just wanted to show you guys a couple that I found. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, go Timberwolves. All right. We are standing in line. Yeah, there's people standing in line at the Target Center right now waiting to get in. Hair is on point today. It looks really bright there. Oh, very good. Thank you. Yeah. Hopefully it kind of just stays where it is. I appreciate that. Thank you. The Vikings got JJ McCarthy. I'm excited that they decided to go with somebody new, younger, fresh. Pizza Ranch boy, Kirk Cousins, bye. It was about time. They got rid of him, let him go, whatever, over it. So I'm excited for the future there with the Vikings. It was time for a new beginning, a fresh start. So I'm glad that they went for it. We'll see how it turns out. Hoping for the best. But yeah, I'm excited about it. See what happens. Before you read the chart today, Team Aries is still waiting for our readings. Priorities. Well, actually, really good thing for anybody that has Aries placements right now. And I'm kind of going to talk about that a little bit in the chart. Mars, which rules the sign of Aries and Scorpio, but Mars is actually in Aries right now. So extra ambition, drive, energy. That's an overall vague description because that describes Mars. So you might be feeling Aries is leaders. They're go-getters, adventurous. They know what they want. So, they got their eye. They know what it is. They try not to waste any time going for it. But they can be kind of, ruled by Mars, maybe a little bit hot-headed. Who can't be? But again, that's a very vague overview of Mars and Aries. But so anybody that has a strong Mars in your birth chart or planets in the sign of Aries, specifically your sun or your moon or your Mars even. You might be feeling extra, maybe ambitious right now, but it's best to get a personal chart reading because everybody's chart is completely different. So anyway, hope that satisfies the Arians out there. Work was all right actually. It's a short week with the holiday coming up. So, Kitty's doing pretty good. I haven't seen her in a little while. I probably saw her like a month ago, but she's doing pretty good. Yeah, thanks for asking. What's for dinner? I'm probably gonna make tofu in the air fryer. Yeah. Oh, also, I made some banana ice cream, which is in the freezer. So I'll probably have that later. And also tonight, too, Survivor season finale. Did I tell everybody that I auditioned for Survivor again? I think I did, but I auditioned for Survivor again. I'm waiting for the call, Survivor. I'm waiting. I think I told everybody that, though, on the last one. That was about a month ago. Ask me anything. Exactly. You can ask me anything. It doesn't mean that I'm going to answer anything, everything. Yeah, they're pretty good. And I just like remembered when I was talking about the Wolves when Ant first came on the team, it was like he was the clear leader of this team. Pretty much his rookie year, he established that. Karl Anthony Towns, where you been, dude? Where you been? I mean, I'm glad that those two get along. And it works well and it jives and everything because clearly like Jimmy Butler coming in did not help Karl Anthony Towns at all. So, and it just proves again that Anthony Edwards is the leader of the team. He's leading the veteran players. I mean, pretty much everybody's a veteran compared to him, but it was clear to me from day one. So, yeah, I always want to go back and see what I said, but yeah, and I still have issue with Rudy Gobert and Cat a lot of the time, but you know, again, Anthony Edwards is the propeller here, and Chris Finch, really good coach. Naz Reid doing really well. I mean, the team just seems to get along as well. They're obviously talented, but they actually seem to all get along as well too, on and off the court, which is extremely helpful. You know, it's important. It's important. Yeah, I'm excited. Mars, yes, yeah, it rules wars too. And it just ruled the solar eclipse as well because the solar eclipse happened in Aries, so Mars is involved there too. Yeah, Aaron Jones. He was at the Twins game throwing out the first pitch the other day. I'm excited about that. Yeah. Mars, what's going on? Good to see you. You have a strong Mars. Yeah, you do. It's your time right now with Mars being in Aries. Yeah. How about Jay's way too soon Viking? Oh man, you know, I could go ahead and like now that the schedule's released, I guess we don't have the times yet, though, do we? I need to do that. I haven't done that yet. Crap. Thank you for reminding me. I need to do that now that the schedule's out. Did you audition for it too? Yeah, that was my third time auditioning for Survivor. I'm hoping third time's a charm. But yeah, I waited in line for like 4.5 hours. It was fun though. It was a cool experience. I met some cool people in line and we just like nerded out about Survivor while we waited. So that was fun. But yeah, I had a good time. It was at the auto show at the convention center in Minneapolis. So we are not hot-headed. Our tolerance gets tested by the masses. Yeah, don't go there. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, but that's one good thing I will say about Aries is it's like something happens and if it's something negative, for example, it's usually like done and dusted very quickly. Like there's no lingering around, no harboring of ill will, feelings, whatever, usually for the most part. If at all possible. Oh yeah, I knew you were gonna ask about Gumby, Angel, if you came on. So of course. I need to take off Gumby's ponchos because it is summertime almost. But yeah, here you go. Mr. Popular Gumby. Of course. Always get a Gumby cameo. He was once a little green slab of clay. Now look where he is today. That's not exactly how the song goes, but Gumby cameo. All right. Let me roll back over here. Okay. Okay. Yes. Scoldger, what do you got? I auditioned for. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's so cool. Well, good luck. Good luck to you. Yeah. If we both got on oh my gosh, that would be so exciting. One of the last couple seasons here, you probably know about this. There was 3 people from Minnesota on one season. So fingers crossed. You have to work tonight. I have to work 2 jobs. That's two. Okay, that is so funny you mentioned that because at the audition you basically get 1 minute on camera. You know, they ask you why you want to be on the show, and you get a minute to say whatever you want about it. And I told them that it's kind of funny you mentioned that. I was like, I already play Survivor every day at work at my job. That's one of the first things I said, which is true. I think we all do. It's Survivor and it's the Game of Thrones at work. I swear. Baked tofu. Ooh, tahini sauce. Yeah, I have some hummus. I think I'm gonna put on there. I need to go to the grocery store. All right. Chris, how's it going? North Carolina doesn't have a good NBA team. Damn it. We can be a Timberwolves fan. Come on over. Come join in. Be a Timbies fan. It's a good time for that. Go for a Mars candy bar. That sounds really good, actually. We have 0 tolerance for the BS. Team Aries. Yes. I would agree with that. Okay. So I mentioned earlier how I was going through my box here of old tickets of sporting events and stuff. And no lie, people, when I opened this up and put my hand in, because I knew the Timberwolves tickets were near the bottom, look at the first one that I saw. Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Dallas Mavericks. Isn't that funny? That's the first one. This was from Sunday, March 30th, 2003. Yeah, 21 years ago, peeps. Lower level. Look at the price, too. $60. Lower level, 38. Yeah. The Timberwolves. I say this all the time. The Timberwolves and the Vikings. I've always loved Minnesota sports and the Wild and the Twins. But when I was younger, because I played basketball, the Timberwolves were like number one. I mean, Vikings were up there too. I got a lot of Vikings tickets in here too. Let's see. Here's one. This one is December 5th, 2010. This is Game 8, Buffalo Bills and Vikings versus Bills. There we go. Got another one there. So yeah, I got a few in here. Twins tickets. I got some Twins tickets in here too. I mean, I could dig in here. Oh yeah, here we go. Twins tickets, Tuesday, April 26th, 2011. Target Field. All right. So fun times. But yeah, no lie, you guys. This is the first one that I saw. Isn't that funny? First one. And I have quite a few in here. Quite a few. I don't know. I can't even grab them all. Anyway, it's like a time capsule. And what else did I find? I mean, I have more Timberwolves tickets here. I mean, I got a whole bunch. Timberwolves tickets versus Boston Celtics, Friday, February 8th, 2008. Got one there. Let's see what else. Timberwolves versus Grizzlies, 2002. I mean, people. Milwaukee Bucks, 2002. Tuesday, October 8th. Whee! Yeah. Miami Heat. Anyway, Clippers, Golden State Warriors. 2, my personalized autograph from none other than Fall Out Boy bassist Pete Wentz. I don't know if you can see that. Woohoo! Anyway, time capsules. Yeah, Fall Out Boy, one of the concerts. And then, just for kicks and giggles, Mean Girls, ticket stub from Mean Girls. That was Saturday, 5/1/2004. 20 years ago. All right. So, that was fun. Did I miss anything? Let's see. And then I'm going to pull up the chart, and then we're going to dive in here. I thought of you at work, Jade. A commercial came on for the s'mores event. Oh my gosh. I love s'mores. I'm waiting for a non-dairy s'mores ice cream. I'm waiting for that. Because that's, oh man, so good. So good. Yeah, love a good s'more. Have you had one? I hope so. 2003, I'm not aged a bit of vampire. I am, yeah, actually. Caught on. No, maybe it's just my Capricorn placements, I think. I don't know. I'm like heavy Saturn, so sometimes they say people with Saturn placements, Capricorn, Aquarius, can age backwards, but we'll see. That doesn't mean anything. It could, but it could not. I watched that 90s TV show, The Highlander, at work, thought of you, the historical something. Oh, yeah. I have not seen that, but I bet I would really enjoy it. Yeah, especially like 90s, the jam. I'm getting ready to head to my local spot. Enjoy the game. Thanks for tuning in for a little bit. I will enjoy the game. You enjoy your night. Have a nice one. Good to see yous. I'm so excited. I thought we were right. Oh my gosh, that was so exciting. The comeback. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Bring your ass. Dave, good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. I believe everybody here is already following Dave with Minnesota Sports Talk, but if you are not, please go follow. Excellent stuff, Dave. Just pushing on the channel. Congrats to the continued success over there on your channel. Doing great. But yeah, bring your ass too, which is like all over. Like Minnesota, we eat that shit up. Like if there's a time for Minnesota to shine in the spotlight, like national spotlight, we'll take it. So bring your ass. It's probably going to be on the flag next, the state flag. Interview with a female vampire, Jade. She does not say blah, blah, blah. Well, I do sometimes. All right, I'm going to pull up the chart for the game tonight, people. Again, happy full moon. Tomorrow, we have a full moon in Sagittarius. So, all right, there we go. I'm just going to make this a little bigger. All right, Wolves versus Dallas Mavericks, game 1. All right. I love when the ads are so like tailored to your stuff. Like I just bought some. It's like you don't need to give me an advertisement, Wonderside, for this spray. I already bought some, okay, for the fleas and ticks for my dog. I already bought it for the mosquitoes, okay? Look it, now it went away. They heard me talking to them. Anyway, so that's funny. All right, here's the game tonight, people. All right. I actually have this on a different screen, so I'm just going to pop this over for a second and just make sure that I can see everything. Okay, sweet. I wanted to make sure you guys could see my pointer. All right. Again, game chart for this evening. Yeah, Dave, that was funny. Bring your ass. I'm surprised I didn't say that sooner, but I'm glad somebody did. I was working downtown. Oh, yeah, I bet. Downtown just popping today. Very exciting. It's exciting time. And Charles Barkley is officially in town. Well, he was officially in town like a few hours ago, many hours ago. So hopefully he found somewhere decent to eat. Okay. So tonight, game 1, Timberwolves Mavericks. We got a moon in Scorpio right over here. I'm sure you all can see. I'm circling it right there. The moon I always look at with the game charts. It rules the people. She rules the people. She rules time. She's very, very important. She's kind of one of our main stars here of every single chart. Always got to look at the moon. She comes in regards to timing as well. So the moon in Scorpio. So one thing about the moon in Scorpio is she's not comfortable in the sign of Scorpio. The moon is not comfortable there. She's what's called in her fall. And consequently, the moon falls in the Timberwolves' first house here, because the first house right over here, which lands in the sign of Scorpio, as I mentioned, that represents the Timberwolves for tonight. And then over here in the 7th house over here in the sign of Taurus, that's going to be the zodiac sign that represents the Mavericks tonight, the way that I read the charts. And Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus. So we have Mars and Venus going at it tonight. I was talking a little bit about Mars earlier, as we were mentioning. Mars is right over here in the sign of Aries. Now, that's good for the Timberwolves because Mars rules Aries and it also rules Scorpio. So, and it's also in the Timberwolves' 5th house of games and entertainment. So I like that for the Timberwolves. It seems like they're going to be in the game. They're there. They are there. And they have this extra drive too. Mars is also really it's one of the more important planets to look at, especially with sports and things like that. With sports in general, because we're talking about sports right now. And then we can take a little peek over here at the Dallas Mavericks tonight. So the Dallas Mavericks, like I said, are represented by house number 7, which lands it again in Taurus. And Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus. And Venus is actually in the sign of Taurus as well. So that bodes pretty well for Dallas too. So both of these teams have the planets that rule them tonight. Those planets are in the signs that they rule. So normally, if one team had a planet in its dominant sign, that would be like, okay, it looks like that's a little bit more favoriting that team. But since both of these teams have their ruling planet in signs that those planets rule, it's good for both, basically. And then we have a full moon tomorrow. Now, again, full moon, ending, completion, finalization. And the moon being over in Scorpio is in an opposition. It's directly across from all of these planets, which is Sun, Jupiter, Uranus, and Venus. But Venus is the main one we're talking about right now because that's the Dallas Mavericks. So normally that's not good. That's not a good thing when they're so far apart like that. However, there's a full moon happening here. And the moon right now is in a sign that it doesn't like to be in. Venus, she's in the sign that she flourishes in. She's also at about almost 29 degrees of Taurus. There's only 30 degrees in each sign. So when a planet gets to the end, the 29th degree, it can represent a pivotal moment. Also, the Dallas Mavericks' 5th house of games, which is right over here for them in the sign of Libra. Libra is also ruled by Venus. And so Dallas has not only their games, the ruler of their house of games in their first house of themselves. They also have the planet that represents them in their first house. And another beneficial thing for the Dallas Mavericks is that Venus is the lesser benefic planet and Jupiter is the greater benefic planet. So Dallas has the 2 benefic planets in their first house tonight. And those two, the benefics, Jupiter and Venus, basically those are the good planets, let's just call them for right now. They usually bring blessings and possibly money, things we like, things we love. It can Jupiter expands things. So with those 2 planets, and then they're part of the full moon. As a Timberwolves fan, that makes me a little concerned for the game tonight. I'll just say that. I'm going to pop back in here just to say, oh, hey, Ryan, thank you for joining us. Long time no see. Yes, finally got JJ McCarthy going. Yep. I'm excited to see how that goes. So, yeah, good to see you, Ryan. Thanks for joining us. It has been a long time. Are you watching basketball at all, Ryan? TNT tonight is the game. Anyway, so some good things already for the Timberwolves, some good things for the Mavericks, and, some negatives too for each team. Now with the full moon happening, those are huge, kind of huge things, right? And with the moon also in the Timberwolves' first house, opposing Venus, which represents Dallas, this is a hard one. I was looking at this for quite some time. And as a Timberwolves fan, it pains me to say this, but looking at all of this, and I have been wrong before, and I may be wrong again, but I've also been right before, so both. But I'm always learning. But it's cool to always come back. I do always say that. It's cool to come back and look at the chart after the game too, because you get to check me as a astrologer, I get to check my work, check my answers basically. So it pains me to say this, but I have a feeling that the Dallas Mavericks are going to take it tonight. And with the full moon in play here, happening tomorrow, and with the moon, again, representing the Timberwolves, we look at the moon anyway, opposing all of these planets that the Mavericks have over here. It concerns me. I have this feeling it's going to be something surprising, shocking, Possibly a buzzer beater where Dallas maybe wins, with time expiring by like 1 point, or goes into overtime, something like that. I also feel like something surprising, especially potentially regarding Dallas, because of Uranus over here. Uranus is an unpredictable planet, and it being in Dallas Mavericks' first house of their physical body and self, yeah, there could be something unpredictable there. Now, it could be something positive or it could be something negative. Yeah, but maybe something that kind of comes out of left field a little bit. I really like the Timberwolves having Mars in their fifth house of games. Yeah, I just think it's going to be, well, actually had these little notes. So let me share the notes. So my game prediction, again, I was going back and forth so much, and I say that a lot on here, but it's hard to do the predictions. I'm going to say Wolves 95, Dallas 105, but I don't know. There's something in the back of my mind about this, like, 1 point victory or like buzzer beater victory that's really surprising and, like, obviously shocking. That is shocking in itself, but I do think it's going to be a very good game. I think it's going to be good. Hopefully it's not a snoozer. I don't think it'll be. Yeah, because again, there's good and bad for both teams. And another thing too, just going to my nerd notes here that I wrote down, both of the head coaches, Chris Finch and Jason Kidd, both those men have their sun signs ruled by Mars, because Chris Finch he was born during Scorpio season, so he's got a sun in Scorpio. Scorpio's ruled by Mars, which ironically enough, isn't that funny that Chris Finch is the head coach of the Timberwolves. He's a Scorpio, and Scorpio is the sign that represents the Timberwolves tonight. And that's another thing, what I was thinking about earlier looking at this, with the moon in Scorpio tonight, and the moon isn't comfortable in Scorpio, so that doesn't necessarily bode well for Chris Finch. So maybe some sort of issue there to kind of keep our eyes on, or our antennas up on too. And then Jason Kidd, he is an Aries, and Aries is also ruled by Mars, and Mars again is in Aries. So I just feel like that's maybe another little extra, like, added check for Dallas getting the victory tonight. Yeah, I could go on and on here, people, but I'm going to come back to the chat here for a moment. Thank you for all listening while we go through that. I might pull that up again. But again, this was, it's a fun chart. I'm going to be excited. I'm always excited to see how it turns out. But, and I did a couple charts. I didn't do a live stream, or I didn't post them or anything, but I did look at the charts for Wolves and Nuggets game 6, Wolves and Nuggets game 7, and Wolves and Nuggets game 1. So I wanted to pop on for those. I just never got a chance. But anyway, yeah, I just think it's going to be Dallas tonight. As a Timberwolves fan, it pays me to say that. And as a fan, overall, I do think that the Timberwolves are going to win the series. I feel pretty good, but, we never know. But I'm going to try to do another game at least in this series. It would be great if I could do every single game. I'm going to try to do that, but I can't make any promises. But yeah, I'm excited to see the game tonight, see how it turns out. And I always usually have the chart up at the same time too, so I can kind of watch stuff go down. But again, good and bad for both teams. But yeah, all those just little extra things that I kind of look at, and yeah. And I looked up a couple other players too. Anthony Edwards is a Leo. So anyway, let me come back here. Yes, go Wolves. Thanks, Ryan. Woohoo! Yeah, me too. And I did want to mention this as well. Okay, so KG has made mention in the past about not coming back to Target Center unless Glenn Taylor is no longer like the owner, something like that, basically. more or less. But KG was just on with wasn't it like Stephen A or something like that? I think it was Stephen A. Smith, and he asked him straight out if he was gonna come to a game, and KG said yes. So with Uranus and Venus and Jupiter in Taurus right now, really, really close to Kevin Garnett's sun sign in Taurus, because Kevin Garnett's birthday was Sunday, and so his sun sign is in the later degrees of Taurus. I don't know exactly because I've never looked at his birth chart, but I just know that because of when his birthday is. So with Venus, Jupiter, and Uranus all in Taurus right now, near Kevin Garnett's sun sign, it would not surprise me if Kevin Garnett makes an appearance tonight or possibly Friday night as well. Potentially tonight, especially with Venus in the final degrees. Tonight or Friday. It would not surprise me in the slightest. I know he said that already, but Uranus is surprises. Venus and Jupiter are two best planets in the sky. They're beneficials, benefics, niceties. They're niceties usually. Every planet has good and bad. I will say that. But for what we're talking about right now, for the point of this conversation. So both of those planets near Kevin Garnett's sun sign. But that would mean he has to, want to come back. But he has a place in his heart, obviously, for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So, and Venus rules what we love and stuff. So anyway, it would be so exciting. That place would go nuts. And possibly, too, what if it is tonight as well? Because we got the full moon tomorrow. So a big surprise, a big shocking surprise for everybody. That'd be cool, too. So that's another thing we can watch for. I'm going to be watching for, but potentially something like that. I heard the dog sounds like a large... Oh, you did? Did you hear my dog? Yeah. She's like 40 pounds. She's like medium size. I love large dogs, though. Actually, she's perfect how she is, but it wouldn't have bothered me if she got bigger. No to what? No to what? I'm a little behind. Hot diggity dog. Yes. You're wrong, Jade, with that Dallas is going to win. As a Timberwolves fan, believe me, I don't like to be wrong. Who likes to be wrong? But as a Timberwolves fan, I can be wrong tonight, and I would be happy about that because that would mean that the Timberwolves win. And I've been wrong before with my predictions too. There's been stuff that I've missed. Like I've made a prediction and it's been wrong. I go back to the chart later and, of course it's obvious to me then, but I try to write those things down, make note of it. Yeah. And, another thing that I was going to make mention of is Saturn, which also rules time, older people, father figure. It's karma, the great teacher. Also Jupiter's a teacher as well, but Saturn is too. Saturn is like the taskmaster. It'll make you do something over and over and over again until you do it right. And it can be very challenging. Saturn is our greater malefic planet. Jupiter's the greater benefic planet. Saturn is the greater malefic. Both have the rings around them as well. Where Saturn, the rings, they can be restrictive. So Saturn comes into play tonight for the Dallas Mavericks in a sense where I'm kind of looking at maybe one of their veteran players is really going to help them get the victory tonight and be a key player. And for the Timberwolves, Saturn represents the home turf, the target center. And Saturn represents older people. Kevin Garnett is an older player now, an old favorite from the Minnesota Timberwolves, which is also in good alignment with the moon. Saturn, I'm talking about. Saturn is in good alignment with the moon and Venus, Jupiter, and Uranus. So, will Kevin Garnett make an appearance? Oh, man, that would be so exciting. I went to the first game first game that KG came back to play when he went to the Celtics. Word vomit, but when he left, and he didn't play because he was injured. But I went to that game, and everybody was really excited. My dog's starting to eat her toy, so probably should cut this short. I could just go take it away, but I think she's probably getting antsy. take her outside before the game. Anyway, so anybody have any final thoughts on that? Again, as a Timberwolves fan, people, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Anything else in my nerd notes that I might have missed? Dallas wins on a buzzer beater, question mark. I have that written down. But hoping for a good game. I think it will be. The place is going to be insane. And personally, this is me talking as a Timberwolves fan now, people. Because as an astrologer, I have to be as objective as possible when I look at the chart. Okay, I have to be objective. I cannot be subjective because that can get in the way. So, as a Timberwolves fan, what is up with the whiteouts? Okay, the Vikings do this too, and a lot of the time when the whiteouts happen, they don't win. When are people going to realize it's just a ploy for the organizations to get you to buy more merch? Okay. And why, this goes for the Timberwolves and the Vikings, why are we wearing all white? We have purple and gold for the Vikings. Those are fun colors. And for the Timberwolves, wear some green or blue. Okay? I almost wore my Timberwolves sweatshirt this evening, but it's a little too warm for that. But maybe next stream, I'll wear it. Old school Timberwolves logo with the trees and everything. Anyway, that's just my little gripe for today. But that's all I got. All right, people. Pretty much it. Everybody's good? We good? All right, cool. Well, people, it's been real. Always is. I appreciate you joining, listening, and being here, supporting all that good stuff. And yeah, go Timberwolves as a Timberwolves fan tonight, even though I said per the chart, it looks like they're going to lose, but as an astrologer, I hope my prediction is right, but as a Timberwolves fan, I hope that my prediction is wrong. I'll just say that. Rooting for the Wolves, and I'm very excited. Yes. You have a good week. In case I miss your outro, thank you, Grandizer. I appreciate that. Enjoy Mars and Aries. I don't know. It'll be there for I think a couple more weeks. I'm not exactly sure the dates. But enjoy your ruling planet being in its home sign. So enjoy that extra energy, hopefully, that it's giving you. And yeah, always good to see you. Scoldger Soup, thanks again for joining. Go Wolves. All right, we got to go howl tonight, people, at least for Timberwolves fans. All right, let's go howl it up. And yeah, hopefully it's a good game. So we'll see what happens. Thanks again, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your evening and a great week if I don't see you before the end of it. All right, everybody.